Hey, David, how are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for meeting with us for this opportunity to just do a success interview because we are extremely excited that you have landed a job with Insured Mind. We're so excited that you have this opportunity to have just a new career and you going through the Prehired program. Actually, can you just give us a little bit more insight on even how you found out about Prehired?
Yeah, you bet. You bet. So it was another day scrolling through Instagram. I'm sure as many people can relate, potentially, but just scrolling and I saw this, get hired within a short amount of time for a SaaS career. And I was like, well, this is interesting, but like, is it a recruiting for, how do you guarantee that? So I filled out the form or reached out to David. He was the first person that contacted me, and he's been phenomenal, by the way. But we just had a really heart-to-heart discussion on, not necessarily an agenda, but it was more of, hey, like, how can I help you achieve what you're doing, whether it's Prehired or something else?
Right.
It's not really about, hey, I'm trying to meet this quota, trying to get people in the door, like so many recruiting firms that you see. It's more of a, hey, like, tell me what's going on in your life and how can we help you achieve your mission that you're on and your why. And to me, that was really refreshing. It's like a total, you don't see that and you don't get that every day. It really is a rare occurrence to see that. And he told me the story of how he'd been a pastor for 12 years. I mentioned sales can be a tricky industry. I won't mention any names, of course, but there's, I don't even have to say anything more, probably. You get where I'm going with that. And I was like, well, I want to join a place that has integrity, ethics, morals, standards, non-negotiable, because that's who I am. That makes me who I am. I give you my word. That's my bond. And so he was like, David, man, from one David to another, I got to level with you and be honest. Like, I've been a pastor for 12 years. And if we didn't do that, I wouldn't be here. I feel the same, I feel for you in that aspect. And I encourage you to just keep an open mind and explore. And, worst case scenario, we may not be a good fit, and that's okay, but until we have that conversation, we really don't know.
Yeah.
So we had that conversation and turns out that we, had it aligned, and the rest is history, as
That's
they say.
exactly the language I was thinking of too. Like, I love that you were able to do your research, right? And get your questions answered and figure out if it's a good alignment, in partnering with Prehired to be able to establish and set up your new career in SaaS. So that's awesome. What were you actually doing before the SaaS industry and Prehired came into your life?
Yeah, various sales jobs. Ran a mattress store for a couple of years, and ran was in tech sales for a couple months, but just didn't find a connection, which is okay. And did retail sales. So a lot of different sales experiences, but really nothing like SaaS before.
Right, right. Wow, that's awesome. Well, when you were in the program with Prehired, did you find that you had any difficulties or any struggles? And if you did, how did you overcome them?
Oh, Lord in heaven, yes, I did. God bless everyone. I mean, it was a struggle. It was a lot of new things and a lot to learn. And so I mean, Courtney, come on, I struggled, but I got to really put it to you. Like, you were there. If I had questions, you were there to push me and encourage me to grow. I would say, to anyone, I mean, Prehired is not necessarily a program where you just come in for no good reason and you're just looking to stay kind of where you're at. But if you want to grow and become, who you were meant to be, I think, there's no better place that you can do that. Because for me, I was pushed and challenged beyond what I thought were my limits sometimes. And, sometimes you have those difficult conversations, but it's all in love. It's all with love. And it's, hey, we're here to help you grow and we're here to help you get better. And at the end of the day, there's no better place than that.
I love that. I love that there is a level of trust, even when you and I work together, a level of transparency, right? For us to be able to push each other with a little bit of tough love, but there's a huge level of empathy. I think that comes with having a partnership with a company that, like you said, has great morals and values and ethics. So that goes the mission statement, right, of Prehired, that goes a long way with, who you're connected with in the program. So that's awesome. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Would you say that would be one of the biggest aspects you enjoyed the most about Prehired? Or was there something that really stuck out to you?
It's a good question. There's so many different sides of it, and so many different benefits. And there's always questions you're going to have of, is it worth it? Is it, can I even stick this out like for as long as it takes? Is this right for me? Am I even in the right spot? Did I make a mistake? I mean, all these questions ran through my head, not going to lie. But, in the end, just keep moving forward, because that's what we got to do every day. No matter what happens, keep moving forward. Some days, if you need to take a break, understand that that's okay, as long as the next day or the next week you keep moving forward. And that's what it's about. I think, to answer your question, my favorite part would have to be the growth, because the things that I know and things that I can do today are things that I never thought would be possible. And so I think it's worth it 100% to open your mind to a new perspective, regardless of the money or whatever, whatnot it may be. Once you open the mind, then you start thinking in the possibilities within yourself. And that has no limits. It has no limits.
You're like preaching over here, David. I hear you.
I don't know about that.
I hear you. That's good. I love that. Like, for you to have personal growth and professional growth, right? Like, I love that. That's awesome. And opening your horizons to that. That's awesome. Would you offer any advice, especially to anyone who's hesitant about joining Prehired or on the fence? Would you offer any advice to them now?
Yeah, if you're hesitant, I would say don't jump in, don't do it. But wait for it. Ask questions with your mentor, because they will tell you not what you want to hear. They will tell you not the right thing to say. They will tell you the truth, and they will tell you, look, you know what? Maybe this isn't the right thing for you right now because of what you have going on. Or, you know what? Maybe this would help you get to where you're trying to go. And it's a matter of just clarity over closing. It's, hey, let's clarify our options instead of just trying to close you into a contract and a deal, whatever it is. And when you get into the next level of sales, which I've found and I've discovered, especially being here at Insured Mind, that's the only way to do it. It shouldn't feel like a sale. It shouldn't feel like they're trying to buy from you. It should feel like a conversation and building relationships. And that's what I've learned, thankfully, through Prehired and David Stewart, Courtney Holland, amazing, Hannah, Jen, I mean, all these amazing people, countless others, what you can do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I mean, I love that you even alluded to the fact that, Prehired is a wonderful foundation, especially with what you have in your professional career, but then also look at where you are now, right? Like, I'm sure you're learning a tremendous amount at Insured Mind. So tell me about that. Tell me about the company. Tell me about what your specific role is and how you interact with your clientele. Like, how is that for you?
That's a great question. So starting out as an SDR, this is not an interview, right? Off the cliff. Okay, cool. So I'm, maybe as an SDR, you quit every day, right? You might quit every day. Who knows? I mean, it is hard at times, right? But at the end of the day, as long as you're following the structure and the processes that are put in place to help you and staying on track, you will get there eventually. And I'm finding, first couple days that I was here, it was like, wow, am I really going to get traction with this? This is so discouraging. And you have to know and understand that just like life, just like the stock market, if you invest in stocks, just like anything that you do, there are the one absolute that always stays the same is there will be ups and there will be downs. Don't get too high on the ups. Don't get too low on the downs. If you can keep it right in the middle, keep it even keel, key and peel, right? Just right in the middle. I mean, be consistent. That's got to be the best thing. And if you have a bad day, cool, own it. It happens. The next day is going to be better. Your worst day is your worst day. It's only going to get better from there. So it's tough for sure, but just keep working at it and know that it is a season. You will get where you want to go in time. And, you know, I can't say that I'm running this company today, but 4 years from now, I'd love to touch base, see where we're at, and, you know, prove that my words mean true.
Yes. Wow. David, you are dropping gems today. Gems, truly, because you're like, just be honest, right? If there's something you're hesitant about in joining Prehired, don't do it. Get your questions answered, right? And
Yeah.
then in the workspace, let's not let, what do they say? Don't let success go to your head, and don't let failure go to your heart. You know,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
don't,
Courtney
right?
coming in with the
Like,
gems. Okay. Come on now.
don't let it, no, it's true, because we do have crazy days at work as an SDR. So we need to own that and realize that it's not going to be pretty all the time, but it is worth it, right? So I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. It's been amazing catching up with you today, David. Amazing.
Yeah. You too. I'll leave you with this. Like,
Sure.
look, at the end of the day, I'm nobody special. I just, you know, I work hard and I put consistency and put the effort in.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, I'm true to myself. You know, if I stumble in a call or on a client, you know, I don't make things up. I just, hey, look, I had a large Chick-fil-A fries today, man. I'm feeling some grease. Let me back up for a second, and then it's just
Make
be
it
honest
real.
with who you are. Make it real,
That's
because
it.
at the end of the day, who do you want to call from?
Mm-hmm.
A salesperson or Courtney Holland?
So good.
Right? I mean,
So
a real
good.
person, you know?
Yes,
So,
exactly, exactly. That's awesome, David. Thank you so much, and congratulations again on your new career. Don't be a stranger. Know that Prehire is always here for you. Okay.
oh, I won't. Come on now. Thanks for your time. No, I appreciate
Awesome.
it. Yeah.
Absolutely. Take care.